Okay, so here is, I'm going to clean this code up a little bit, or just not clean it up, shrink it up a little bit. So here's what I'm doing. I decide on some length. This is going to be 100, but I could make it any length.
Okay.
Then I make a table of just zeros to get started, and I call the first one 20. But you started at 13.
Yep.
So we'll take a look at 13. Now I just go in a for loop, and I look if a mod 2 is 0. So if it was of the form 2x, where did I send it?
To 3x.
Yeah. So what I wrote here is I do 3 times this thing divided by 2. So if it's of the form 2x, if a is of the form 2x, it's going to be 3 times 2x divided by 2, which becomes 3x.
Yeah.
And then if it's not of the form 2x, well, maybe if mod 4 is 1, then what I do is I subtract 1 away from it, divide by 4, multiply by 3, and add 1. So in other words, 4x plus 1 goes, 4x plus 1 becomes 4x, divided by 4, get x times 3, 3x plus 1. And the last case is, otherwise, if it's not, I checked if it's 0 mod 2, I checked if it's 1 mod 4, and the last case is it has to be 3 mod 4, or negative 1 mod 4. And then I add 1 to it, divide by 4, and then subtract 1.
Alright.
Okay, so let's run our code, and we should see the same sequence that we saw before. 13, 10, 15, 8, 11, 8, 12, 18. I think you stopped at 34.
Yeah. Seems to get
Oh no, sorry, you went more. You stopped at 38.
Seems to get pretty big.
Yeah,
And it doesn't ever seem to repeat itself.
that's right.
Interesting.
That's right. And then Mathematica has a nice function that allows you to turn things into sound. And to turn these notes into sound, what I did is, I think 0 is middle C. And I just looked at these numbers mod 24
Okay.
to stay within, so I take the mod 24 and I subtract 12, so I stay within 1 octave of middle C, because how many notes are there in an octave?
12.
12. Is that right?
Yeah, that's right.
Okay. So, I'll make my sound table. Oh, and just for fun, I made the notes of random length. They can either be 1 beat or 2 beats long,
Okay.
and then actually divided by 3, so 1/3 of a beat and 2/3 of a beat.
Okay.
So here's what. Sorry, let me start that again. So what do you think of that music?
It's not very musical.
It's not very musical?
It's not.
Well, why do you say that?
Well, it's just completely random notes.
Okay.
Well, we think completely random.
But it's not random at all. It's generated by these functions.
It doesn't look. It's not. It doesn't like sound in any particular way.
Okay. Well, so what I'm going to have you do with the camera off is the same thing, but we'll shrink the length down to 20. And you can start at any number you want. So for example, just tell me a starting number.
How about 20?
20, okay, back to the one I had up there. So we run that, and there's our numbers. Here's our sound table, and then I can play 20. Alright, what'd you think of that song?
That was pretty neat. But what about these two notes? Are they the same?
It turned out they were the same. So there were 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11 are in there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11. So
So,
they're both-
I noticed they're 40 and 72 are both multiples of 12. So, when you do this mod 12, they're going to end up on the same place.
yeah, the only difference is we're doing mod 24, but it's the same thing. They're
Yeah.
both multiples of 24, so they ended up in the same place.
Yep.
Good observation. So I want you to play with this and find a song you like, a 20-note song you like. Just all you have to do is change the starting number.
Okay.
Then I want you to find one, and then I'm going to have you play your song on your viola, and you'll play it on the piano.